What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back. Sooner Surge live, Saturday night, 9:30. We're here, as we always are, to talk about OU football. Not a good performance today by OU, but you know what? We're still going to talk about it. It's what we do. We already had one live show after the game, Jeremy, a little instant reaction. Had time to kind of now watch some other football, just kind of relax, and now sitting here thinking, any different thoughts after today to you, Jeremy? I know initially reaction, it just wasn't good today, man.
It was terrible. The initial reaction is the same as the reaction now. I hate losing to Texas. I hate getting whipped by Texas. With that being said, yeah, you can say everything in front of you that you need to happen or that you want to happen is still out there, but it's not going to happen with the offense that you saw today. Now, regardless of what's happening around the country, because there's teams that are struggling to get by, Jay, but it's about what can you do moving forward, and they've got to figure things out offensively, Jay. Now, this was by far the worst offensively they looked. Not even close. And it's been terrible against Texas. Offensively, it's been terrible against Texas.
No, and he hasn't been good against Texas. That's it.
No one would sit here and say OU's been good enough against Texas.
Yeah, and I see people talking about Cignetti. I put this in the Discord. Why the heck, if you were Cignetti, would you leave Indiana? Back-to-back playoffs, probably. You can win. Like, they have a better chance.
The toughest game of the year today.
Oh, they'll win out probably. But you have a better chance to make a playoff and try to win it at Indiana probably with your schedule. And he's getting paid a lot of money. I just don't see, is it really worth him to leave it? He's got everything he wants to do there, and he's doing it with not as much talent as some of the other teams. Yeah. I just don't know if he would leave it.
Hey, now I will say this. John Mateer was fully responsible for the bad decision-making, the erratic throws, because, Jay, a lot of times it's not like on those throws he had time to throw. He was throwing early. He was on his back foot. He some of his mechanics are really bad on that. Now, with that being said, the O-line was terrible. The O-line was terrible.
Yeah, Aaron, they don't play Ohio State till the Big Ten championship. They play Purdue, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Maryland, UCLA, and Penn State.
Yeah, and LSU wasn't running all over South Carolina until the second half they are. That's for sure.
Yeah, Williams right. Texas was just better. Both sides of the ball, they were a better team today. Better team.
Yeah.
They were.
Clark, I would not say they imploded, but they did not play well in the second half on specifically third downs. Arch Manning, I think, was 10 or 12 on third down plays.
That's a stat that we talked about leading up the game, and how Texas has been so bad on offense and third downs, and OU's defense third downs was really good. But you know what? I thought Sark did something really good today. You know what he was really good at, I thought?
What's that?
Well, you can't beat OU in third and long. You can't do it. So he was really conservative, but on first and second down, but conservative in a way where just get a few yards. Don't take the tackle for losses in the run game. Quick stuff just to get some yards so you're not sitting there on 3rd and 11, because that's when OU just eats. And he was smart in that way. He was smart in that aspect.
Yeah. And, hey, the comparisons of Sark to BV right now, again, Sark's been a head coach a lot longer. BV's not been good in the big game.
Sark went through a lot of bad time at other schools. And
he did. That's what I was trying to say. Obviously Sark's better than BV. Duh. What is this?
Sark won today, so he's 3-8 versus top 10. So he got him a win to get number 3.
Why would that be a comparison? He's been a head coach a lot longer, man.
You can't compare that. Yeah.
Yeah, the clock management was terrible today. Mateer didn't look as elusive. He put his foot in the ground a couple times, but
I agree with he didn't look like he had the same in the running game, like other than one that got
hesitant, Jay. He was just hesitant, man.
Got called back for holding. He looked a little bit. The quickness, I don't know, man.
So looking back, Jay, you would say, would you say, you would have been better off sitting Mateer today?
What, Germ?
No, I'm asking you. Would you say that right now? Hindsight 2020.
After 3 turnovers and everything, yeah, of course you would after watching it. But it doesn't matter. You didn't. So
no, it was bad today, Jay. And now you've got to figure out a way to go get one at South Carolina. You've got to win at South Carolina.
That's gonna be tough. But yeah,
if they do that, are you feeling like there's a good chance they'd be 9-3?
Germ,
if they go to South Carolina,
Germ, hold your horses, man. There's way too much in front of them to sit here and
I agree. It's an opinion question.
The thing is this: I'm a type that I am not going to get too hyped over a win and too dead over a loss. Okay, they lost today. It's one game. They could come back on Saturday and they could win. Even if they do beat South Carolina, I'm not going to sit here and say, "Wow, everything's good. They're going to go win 9 or 10 games." Because you know who they play the next week, Germ? Ole Miss. And then you know who they play after that? Tennessee on the road. And then you know who they play that? Missouri, then Bama, then LSU. I mean,
and Jay, I agree with you. I agree with you and all that. But Ole Miss barely wins at home against Washington State. Arkansas almost beat Tennessee at Tennessee. It's not like they're not winnable games. That's all I'm saying.
It's college football. Every game is different. That's my point. Every game.
I've been saying it all year, Jay. You never know.
You don't, but you have to start playing better on the O-line. They haven't played good all year.
You're kidding, Jay. You're kidding.
Jeremy, the O-line hasn't played very good all year.
You're kidding, Jay. You're kidding.
What makes you think that's going to change?
They can't run the ball, Jay.
But what makes you think they're going to run it next week? Please tell me.
I didn't say they're going to run it next week.
Then how are they going to beat South Carolina?
Not having turnovers, Jay. You win with defense and timely plays. That's how they won this year.
Jeremy, they've turned it over every game.
I agree, but that's how you fix it.
So tell me how that's going to change in your opinion.
That's the recipe for OU, in my opinion.
The recipe is this. They've turned it over in every game, and they've gotten no turnovers in any game except one, and that was Kent State.
Right.
That's got to change, period.
And I agree, Brett. I don't think 9-3 is out of the realm of possibility for sure.
It's not, but a lot of things have to change. It starts with turnovers, man. You aren't winning games in the SEC when you turn the ball over multiple times.
Correct.
A lot of games, Germ.
Yeah, the O-line, look, I get that Blaylock had a couple of pretty good runs. I still don't think his vision's great. Early on, there were some plays where there were some holes, but it was very early on. And I didn't think he hit them hard, personally. But
hey, Mess, I absolutely do not. I'm a fan who wants to see things get turned around. And what I'm saying, and if you don't agree with this take, I really don't know what to tell you. If you don't agree with me that you can't keep turning the ball over every game and not getting turnovers and win in the SEC with the teams they play ahead of them, I don't know what you're watching. You're not going to go to South Carolina. Wait, you're not going to go to South Carolina next week and turn the ball over twice and not get a turnover and beat South Carolina. You're not going to do it.
Ben, no one's blaming Blaylock, dude. No one's blaming him. And Ott did look bad. He dropped the ball. He didn't make a block, and he got 3 yards on one carry. But it's not like he got 50 carries with 10 yards.
I tell you, yeah, 1 turnover in 5 games. No, OU got 2 against Kent State.
Maybe Javonte Barnes should be playing some more. I don't get how he went from starting to has not sniffed the field in 2 weeks.
What do you not get?
Well,
it's DeMarco Murray. It's been that way for 3 years, Germ. X-Rob shows up today. When was the last time he played, Germ?
It's been a while. Hey, it's been a while, Jay. Billy,
we're
losing to Texas is never a blessing in disguise, ever. And then I think there's MC Mess said something. Was it Mark Mess? There was a comment, Jay. He put it up here twice, so I really wanted to get to it.
Who was it?
MRC Mess. Wish we knew who that. The final say the running back rotation. I don't know who it is. I guess it's DeMarco, but I don't know. Was there anything in the post game that you saw that you were like, shocked or heard?
I didn't listen to a lot of it, to be honest. I was shocked with the game management at the end of the half, and then BB said we wanted to take a shot at the end zone there. I didn't understand that.
Actually, but on the in-game interview, he did not say that. He said we wanted to just
I don't know.
do something quick.
Offensive line is not good. Not good.
It's not good.
I don't know. Watching it, I'm trying to think, how can it get better? The thing is this. They've played 6 games now. 3 of them against Temple, Kent State, and Illinois State. They haven't ran the ball against anyone. Who on here on this show, live show right now, thinks they're going to be able to run the ball at all this year? I'm not raising my hand. I don't know how they can, Jerm.
Do you think at this point they say, let's just go Fasusi, Foji, and all the youngins?
All the youngins, they are playing the youngins except Foji.
EPL and Foji aren't playing.
Well, maybe they should, but Jerm,
they could sit Fabechi.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
They could sit with Fabechi, Jay. But Klinko doesn't seem to be it.
It's hard to win in football, specifically college football, when you are one-dimensional. And OU's a one-dimensional team.
Hey, and Adam, it's football. This is what's happening. Like, every game's close for a lot of these teams, even teams that you'd think would win.
Zias, good to see you on here, man. Zias, good point. Here's the thing. Offensively, you're right. I'm going to say this about Arbuckle. I know a lot of people say, oh, they're done with Arbuckle. No, I'm not on that train. I think you got to give the guy at least a couple of years to see what he can do. Very young guy. And to be fair, when he came in this year, wasn't a whole lot of time to get recruits. I mean, that's on last year, okay? Now, I don't think they have a great offensive recruiting class 2026. I just don't when you look at skill position. I think OU, when they spend money this year in the portal, it has to be for skill position players on the offensive side of the ball. They got to get some skill position players in there, man. Have to fit this scheme. And whatever scheme he's won. You know what? I'll say this, though, too. Jeremy, I know it's 6 games, but I don't know the offensive really identity of this team either. Earlier in the year, I thought it was maybe power run game with quarterback, but teams have decided, let's just shut that down because they can't run the ball with a running back.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think the identity is? Because it looks like I'll
tell you what the identity for this team should be.
Receivers, they run a lot of stuff down the middle, but
they go middle of the field. What I think the identity was before the last couple of weeks would be Mateer running the ball, and that's kind of the identity. Mateer running the ball, getting in short yards, and making timely throws on third down, which he was okay on third down today, but it's not good with what they're doing offensively.
Yeah, and Zias,
there was one good thing I liked offensively today. You ready for it? You know what it is.
What?
Short yardage, David Stone and Jaden Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
They got 3 yards on that.
Hey, I'm glad Zias brought this up. Listen closely, okay? Under no circumstances whatsoever, ever should you be in game 6 and still not know your running back rotation. Never.
Well, today it was clear what it was. It was Blaylock and Robinson.
Last week, it was Ott and Blaylock. This week, Blaylock, Ott for a few times. X-Rob was in there a lot. Barnes hasn't played in 3 weeks. Early in the year, Barnes was the number 1 guy, and then Blaylock came in. Make it make sense. I mean, game 6, pick your 2 guys out and go with it. I'm so sick of the revolving door at running back. It's like next week, it may be we might see Tatum next week, Jerm.
Yeah.
Might see Tatum.
Jay, you don't know who it's going to be. DeMarco's been an issue, as Lou Becker said. DeMarco's been a problem. We've talked about it on here a lot, some of that scenario. But, Jay, I like what Ron said. You're never as good as you are or as bad as you are. The deal about BV is he's proven he can't beat Texas, and that's a problem at OU.
1-3 versus Texas. You got to beat Texas. It's a big game for Oklahoma, man. It's a rivalry game.
I'm curious what Mateer said after the game. Was he interviewed?
Yeah, Mateer was talked to. Yes.
I'm just curious what he said. I didn't get to catch post game, Jay.
And Chris, great point. Not just because you said Jay is right, but your point is right. Wisner's been their running back one. They're not messing around with it. Like if he's healthy, he's going. Like, why is OU still trying to figure that out? I don't understand.
Speaking of deep balls,
to me, Blaylock's your guy. So just ride him. Ride him. Stop with the messing around with it. If he's your guy, go with him.
Yeah, he hasn't turned the ball over all year, Jay.
Go with him.
Just go with him. Hey, Jay, Mateer looked really, really bad on the deep balls today. Like they were not even close. It makes you wonder, did he know he couldn't throw the deep ball, so he just kept trying to force it in the middle? Because he could not throw the deep ball today.
I was more surprised and I'm more concerned with Mateer's decision-making today than I am the throws.
But like, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said. I don't know.
Do you think that's because that's the only place he knew he could throw it with?
I don't know about that. I don't really care. I just know you can't throw into quadruple coverage. And he did it. He got away with it a couple of times. You can't do that. You can't.
He's been okay accurate with the deep ball. They just haven't taken many. But today he was 6 or 7 yards behind and off and out of bounds. It does sound like he took a lot of the responsibilby, but that doesn't surprise me.
The game was disgusting. It's a rivalry game, and you put that effort out there. It's bad. Not good.
I really just hope they rebound, Jay. Really hope they rebound.
And Eric, you're right. Eric, listen. We all wanted to sit here last year and just rip Jackson Arnold. Turnover, you're not winning games with turnovers at the quarterback position. Too many turnovers right now at quarterback. I know it didn't hurt him earlier in the year, but now that you're getting ready to play these teams, you cannot turn the ball over that much. You just can't.
No, you can't, Jay.
Turnovers are the number one thing you can't do.
I agree, Jay. I agree, Jay. But with that being said, today was night and day difference from John Mateer.
I agree.
You even sat down here early in the year and said a lot of those turnovers weren't even on him. It was on
and I agree with you. I know
today was a not even close.
I agree with you, but I also think, and I think part of the issue is, I don't know. I think earlier on in the year, I said this too. I think he hid some deficiencies that OU has by the O-line. They would get beat, and he would make a play and get out of there and run it. I think it hid some deficiencies. When you watch him offensively, Jerm, I'm looking at it thinking, okay, because now we're in game 6, Jerm. Tell me how many plays they've had over 30 yards.
Maybe 5 or 6.
They don't have the explosive.
No, and especially when you don't have a running attack or a running back who can get even 10 or 12. Hey, Gabriel, they're not going to open up the quarterback competition. If Mateer's hurt, then it's Hawkins' job, but you don't open up the quarterback competition after one game. And Eric, I will agree with you because I'm actually one of the ones who said Texas' defense was legit. By the way, Auburn's defense is good. So it got turned up a notch because I think Texas is really good defensively, but it's not like Auburn's. Now, the environment was turned up a notch for sure, for dang sure, the environment.
Hey, by the way, 918, great pick on that game. Pitt over FSU. And Norvell's not going to last, is he? I mean, hey, Damon, thanks for the super.
Thanks so much, Damon. Appreciate you.
Already from Damon. Damon, really appreciate it. And he's a new member. Damon, I don't know if you emailed us at soonersurgepod@gmail.com, but go ahead and do that if you want to be a part of the Discord. And Georgia's ahead of Auburn now. They're gonna choke this game off too. They've struggled in close games.
After that debacle before half, they've already got 15 penalties, I think, Jay.
Yeah, the penalties are bad.
They had 12 times the many yards as Georgia in the first half. And
hey, listen to this. Let's just say OU throws a bad season out there and say they ended up making a change or whatever. Can you imagine Florida State may have an opening? Auburn may have an opening. I mean, there's going to be some big-time openings.
You may have an opening.
There's going to be some big-time openings in the offseason, I think. Florida, maybe. I don't know. I mean, look at all these names.
Let me ask you this, because Texas, I saw Texas Nightmare. I'm sure they would have traded I'm sure they would have taken the Texas win today and the Florida loss just like they got it, because they were bad against Florida, Jay.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Dan,
let me say this, Jay. Would you take, if I said right now, you would take 10-2, even though they lost Texas, anyone would, but you got to figure something out. I mean, Texas today looked a lot different than they did, Jay. Now they had Wisner back. Arch Manning made big time plays, even when it was difficult. So he learned from his past mistakes, because Jay, he's not made those plays lately.
Yeah.
He learned from it. He's gotten better.
Derek says, I'm an impressed Arbuckle guy. Sorry, but very underwhelming. Yeah. I mean, when you look at the 3 games that probably were the toughest defenses they faced, they haven't put up huge numbers. You're right. I mean,
hey, Mez, here's what I'm going to say, because I want to say this. I'm just not one to sit here and make excuses. Now, do I agree with you, Mez, that the bleeding after he got hit and the blood and the fact that they were over there, he kept looking at it, he kept grabbing his face mask with the left hand, not the right hand, all those things I noticed. He kept fist bumping with the left hand, not the right hand. I'm going to tell you right now, he's probably hurting. He's not going to say that, and I'm not going to dwell on that. But I agree with you. He probably was hurting more so than he let on. And that's the way it is, but it's not an excuse. So Auburn got another one recently, or are you talking about the Jackson Arnold one? Hey, Shakur, it's not excuses. You know what? I sat on here right after the game, and I'm sitting on it right.
They got whipped.
We don't make excuses. You know what? I show up every single night, dude, on
who's
here.
Who's saying OU should have won this game?
I don't know. Shakur gets on here and says, excuses. Obviously, he doesn't know. He hasn't been watching it. So
Texas deserved to win that game. They dominated.
I gave Texas props all day long today.
Penn State's another one that could have been opening. That's right. I mean,
I think Arch Manning's going to be a really good quarterback.
He's not talking about us, he says. I don't know.
I haven't seen that many excuses in the chat, Jay.
Hey,
no, man, they got 166 passing yards. The difference, man, is they didn't turn the ball over 3 times. They got a special teams touchdown.
Their defense dominated Oklahoma. Yes, they did.
Their defense did.
Their defense dominated Oklahoma. What game were you watching? I'm sorry. What game was anybody watching if they don't think Texas's defense dominated Oklahoma? Somebody tell me.
They got turnovers. I mean,
no, they dominated OU.
I think Mateer threw for more yards than Arch.
I don't care about yardage. OU didn't
score. Turnovers was the big thing. The turnovers, Jason, yes.
OU didn't score a touchdown, Jeremy. They got 2 field goals. That's dominating.
And they got 1 touchdown. I agree with you, Jay. They didn't score a touchdown.
That's dominated.
It was a defensive battle. That's what it was. Yes. They made way more plays than OU did.
Yes, but to sit here and think that Texas defense didn't dominate OU's offense, I don't know what you watched. Really don't. OU's offense couldn't do anything.
I was saying yardage wise they didn't, Jay.
I don't care about yardage.
No
touchdowns. Come on.
Correct.
Come on.
That's actually good for OU that USC won, Jay.
I'm so tired of that. Ugh.
All right, see you, man. Cool.
No, I'm not even going to talk about. You bring up other people's games that'll help OU. I don't care about Michigan. Game's over with. Go win your games. It doesn't matter.
Then you don't need to talk about anyone else. Hey, and Eric, Michigan isn't playing well tonight. That's for dang sure. But
it doesn't matter who Michigan plays the rest of the year. It doesn't matter who Auburn beats the rest of the year. Doesn't matter who South Carolina. Don't bring it up, Jason. You're the one that sits here every week and talks about different games on Saturday nights. You talk about game every Saturday night. We're sitting here watching a game. And you're like, ooh, this team's looking good, or this team's not. Why does it matter now? Why are you saying no talk about it? No, because you're like, it'll help OU. How? You got to go win games. Agreed, Jay. And what I've said in the Discord all day is Auburn winning helps OU and other SEC schools. You're dumb if you don't think so. You're dumb. Georgia's winning 2 losses is big for the SEC, Jay, is it not? Jeremy, listen. Answer the question. Is Georgia losing? If they lose tonight, is it big for the SEC? Yes. Okay, so why can't I say it? Jeremy, but I thought I that came across as if you're talking about playoffs.
That's what I'm talking about is playoffs.
So with the Michigan stuff, that's all fine and good. I understand your point. If Auburn beats Georgia, that's great. But OU would have to go win 9 games first.
And Texas was saying the same thing last week when they lost to Florida, buddy. They were saying the same thing. They were saying they're done. They were saying fire Sark. People in the Texas things are saying the same thing, Jay. It's one game. You don't know what next week holds. You don't know it.
I agree you don't know, but
that's what I'm saying, Jay. OU has to do their job. Duh. No, in fact, actually, no one, Jay, Michigan, Auburn, Bama, no one matters. If OU does their job, they're in the playoff. So what? If OU does their job, they're in the playoffs. So why talk about any football the rest of the week, the rest of the year? Let's just talk about OU on here. Which means don't bring up the other teams. I'm fine with it.
Great point here by corrections. Kent State won massive game today. That's going to help OU probably. That might help OU.
I'm not bringing up another team the rest of the year then.
You can't take it, man. You dish it out.
Can't take it. I'm not going to bring him up.
You like dishing it out when it comes back.
Move on. Call something else.
Damon says we're in trouble, boys. Hey, the reason I brought it up, the reason I snapped at you is because I'm mad after OU Texas lost year. I understand how those games could help you down the road, but I don't want to talk about that tonight. I don't really care about it.
Hey, Sooner for life. The biggest part of that, I agree with the second half. I agree with your prepositional phrase. Sooners for life. Jay, what's the prepositional phrase in that sentence?
Prepositional phrase, this is English class now, not Sooner Surge. It says, hey, now don't stop talking and let me answer the question. You asked me a question. You said, what's the prepositional phrase, Jason? And then you're going to try to tell me the answer.
What is it?
With this offense.
Correct, Jay. With this offense, no, they wouldn't. And you know what? With Texas's offense against Florida, they aren't going either. And you know what? With Georgia's offense in the first half tonight, they ain't going either. And you know what? With Oregon's game today against Indiana, they ain't going either. And Penn State's for sure not going. Jay, is Oregon going if they play like that today, Dante Moore?
Yeah. Do you want me to read you Oregon's schedule the rest of the year, Germ? They're not losing.
If they play like they did today, they're not going.
They're not losing another game, Germ.
You said there was no way they're losing today.
I said
there's no way they're losing to Indiana.
Germ, I'm just saying, look at their.
In fact, you picked Oregon in a massive landslide, and then you picked OU, and you're right. Every time you pick someone, take the opposite.
Exactly. That's my point. Hey, Damon wants to talk about OU's issues. There's some issues. I think it all starts
them right now. What's the number one issue?
O-line.
Agreed.
I mean, it starts in the trenches, right?
It absolutely does, Jay. That's the number one issue. I agree. That's the number one issue. It's bad.
Yeah. There's a lot
of the phone link. There's the phone link. Check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Sign up for your Shirt of the Month club. You can use code SURGE, get 10% off your first 3 months. Get on there, peruse around, and sign up. Phone lines are open. Let's hear from Platoon first.
Hey guys,
what is going on, man?
Hey, so I was looking at a couple things about after this game was over. So did you realize that right now, Mateer is the number 11 ranked QB in the SEC on passer rating? Number 11. I didn't expect to be number 1 or number 2 or even number 4, but number 11, I mean, that's pretty bad. And it wasn't just this game either. Now, obviously, he's way better than what we had last year, but because our offensive coaches were completely inept last year. But it feels like we went from the number 110 rated offense to like the number 70 rated offense or something like that. That's what it feels like to me. It's still bad, even though it's better than it was last year. The other thing I was going to say is that did you notice that Texas made a huge adjustment that, I know we feel like we can't change our running game, that it is what it is. But if you noticed in the second half, Texas made a massive adjustment to the running game. They changed their blocking schemes up.
Yep.
And they ran way better. So, and don't tell me that their offense side is terrible, right? It's about the same category as OU's, and they were going against the best defensive line in the country, but they had no problem switching it up. And I think their main RB averaged like 5 yards a carry in the second half. And is that elite? No, but so I don't understand why and that was a bad offensive line too, going against elite defensive line. So I don't understand why we can't change anything with our running schemes. It seems like we do the same thing over and over, and it doesn't work. But Texas proved if you change your schemes up, all you have to do is change your blocking a little bit, and that can be done. That's not something that takes, the whole season to change either. I don't understand why people think, oh, we have to wait till next season. We can't change anything on our running scheme this year because it's just too hard to change. But Texas changed it in one half, and they did way better in the second half when running it. So I don't understand why our guys can't do that too.
I agree. And what else they did, not only did they change the blocking scheme, they put at the beginning of the second half, Arch Manning was under center about 4 of the first 6 plays.
Well, the other thing is Jeremy Wisner's good. He's slippery. He breaks tackles. He's a good back. I mean,
RSJ wasn't very good today.
What?
RSJ wasn't very good today.
No, he wasn't. Hey, we got Greg on the line. What's up, Greg? How you doing tonight, man?
Be doing better if we had won this football game. How are y'all?
Yep.
Yeah. So remember earlier in the week when we were all kind of surprised that the odds were that, Vegas said that Texas was favored in this game. I mean, really, they're pretty smart. They know the trend. OU does not win this football game, especially with BV as their head coach. It's just sad, especially coming from a guy like Brett Venables, who is an OU guy. You would think if there is one game in the season that you would treat like your Super Bowl, where you have all the screws tightened, your game plan is solid, you have complete buy-in from all the players. You'd think it would be OU Texas, but we come out every single year almost and just get embarrassed by this team. Like, I mean, this is OU Texas. You're at OU. This should be the one game that you treat like a one-game season. But year after year, we just keep getting embarrassed. And really, it's anytime Oklahoma gets a little bit of hype or a little bit of buzz, we just fall flat. And then our season just goes downhill from there. I don't think we're going to be favored in any game that we play the rest of the season.
Well, I think they'll be favored.
Maybe against Ole Miss at home.
No, I don't. You're right. They might not be. They might not be.
Missouri at home. It
depends on what you do. If you lose to South Carolina and lose to Ole Miss, you're not going to be favored against Missouri. Yeah. It just kind of depends on what happens. But you're right. You could not be.
And the other thing is, Texas really didn't do anything that crazy scheme-wise. They kind of just let the game play out and happen to them. It seemed to me like their 2 main focuses were just pound the rock with Wisner and pressure John Mateer. That's really all they did. Everything else came their way really by mistakes OU were making. The interceptions, the lateral pass, everything else. They just kind of played it cool and let OU come to them and make the mistakes. So, I don't know. It's so upsetting.
What else they did is they didn't put Arch in any – they didn't force anything. I thought they were throwing down the field more. They didn't. They were really kind of like – just nice stuff for him not to turn the ball over because I think Sark knew, hey, this is going to be a low-scoring game. He had a pretty good feeling, I think, that they could limit OU offensively. If they makes mistakes offensively, that they could be in that game.
Yeah,
and that's what they did, and they were smart.
And we never really were close to the end zone. Let's be real, the entire game.
I mean, the first drive, they went right down there, and then.
But stalled at the 30 or something.
Stalled at the 30, yeah.
Did they enter the red zone at all?
Then a holding call, yes.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, yeah. This is year 4. I mean, we know what to expect from the coaches we have. I just think it's silly of us to think that we're somehow going to have a miraculous turnaround and start playing different in all these big-time football games, and that these position groups that have been so bad the last 4 seasons, it's silly of us to think that anything is going to be different. I hope I'm wrong. you would think, but man, it's just we had a chance to catch a limping Texas team today, take it to them, get a nice win, nice for the morale, but we gave our biggest rival a second wind in the season, and here we are, week 6, trying to figure things out when we should be catching our stride. It's just, it's not a recipe for success.
It's not, and kudos to Texas for forcing OU's hand on a lot of things. They played well today. They didn't play well against Florida, but they played really well today. So
yeah, well, that's the difference. For whatever reason, they come to beat Oklahoma, and Oklahoma doesn't come to beat Texas. I hate to be this negative.
Under the BV era, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys. See you.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, before we get to course, I got to say, that's one of the most frustrating things about this game today is they had a chance to step on their neck and say, your season, you're not making the playoff, Texas. We're going to take this, go 6-0, have a great start to the season, and then they laid that egg. That's what's frustrating. But, hey, let's get to Corks. What's up, Corks?
Hey, I think I've been fair to BV this year. I haven't trashed him or called him out at all. But in the history of OU, if you don't beat Texas, you get fired. And he hasn't beaten Texas. I don't even think making the playoffs will save him this time. I think bare minimum.
They made the playoffs.
No. I think bare minimum is he has to win a playoff game.
Oh, I disagree.
They make the playoffs.
Disagree. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. If you don't beat Texas, you get fired.
Would you be happy with the playoffs this year?
Yeah, but it ain't happening. That's over with.
Okay, so you brought it up. So
no. I'm just saying that's the only thing that's going to keep him here, other than the moronic Joe compliance extension that he gave him.
Yeah, you know what? There was some times today you're looking at the end of the half that you can't have that poor of a game management.
It's terrible.
Yeah, his management was pretty good this year, but good old BV showed through. He's just a DC. I mean, you guys have to be honest. He's a DC.
That may be what he is. You're right.
And he's really good. He's really good at the defense, though.
Yeah, he's a great DC. I'm gonna hate to lose Bates and Chavis, but program first. You have to have it right at the head coaching position first.
But the question is, who would you get?
Well, I can't lie. I wanted Lanning. Everybody else is wanting Signetti now, or however you say his name. I don't know anything about the guy other than the 2 years he's been at Indiana, but it's looked pretty dang good.
I don't know. I don't know why a guy would leave that situation and go play in the SEC, not the 12-team playoff. What's the reason?
That's a good point too. I mean,
why not just stay where you're at?
I'm just glad that everybody sees what I've been saying about Beatembo for years. But
it hasn't been good.
Even if you fire this whole offensive staff, you still have BV as the head coach. It's not going to make a difference. So we're just going to have to lose Bates and Chavis, sadly, because they're the only two on this staff I want to keep.
Well, I mean, I can see your point there. So
y'all have fun.
I appreciate it. Hey, one thing I'll say though is, just like I talked about before this game, and then we need to get to John. He's on the line. Is every year they've looked. Oh, and he's gone. John went off. John, get back on.
Get back on, John.
John, try to call back in. It looks like you got disconnected. What I was going to say is, every year before the Texas game, OU's had pretty good records. I mean, last year they had the one loss to Tennessee, and then after Texas, it all went south. 2023, they were undefeated after they beat Texas, and then they lost to Kansas and OSU. 2022, they were in pretty good shape until they got close to that Texas game. I'm just saying, this is when it starts going the other way for Oklahoma the last 3 years. They got to change that this Saturday. They got to go out Saturday. They got to go out and change it this Saturday. They can't have the same.
It's a road game at South Carolina, who looks like
you got to find a way to change.
Looks like they're going to lose to LSU, which would put them
change the mentality.
Yeah. Damon, Dustin, thanks again for the super. You're so supportive of our channel, and we do appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a lot. I want to talk about RPO in a minute, but first, let's get to corrections.
What's up?
Hey, guys. How you doing tonight?
All right, you?
Oh, well, just thinking about today, I just don't understand. Okay. I mean, what's so disappointing about this game today, we won the first half, even with everything that we went wrong and everything. And up until, 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we were only down 7 points. We were still in that game, even with everything that went horribly wrong. And I don't understand just the mental softness, especially on the offensive side of the ball under BV. Like, it's not today, it's every game. We lack that killer mentality. And not only the mental toughness, but the physical toughness on the offensive side of the ball. He's done great with the defensive side of the ball, but every time, like with Michigan or Auburn, we had chances to really put that game away and really put the pedal to the metal, and we just don't. It's like we get up by 3 or 7 points and we just quit. And it kind of felt like that's what our offense did, especially at halftime. They were just done. And I take Mateer at his word. I heard the post. I watched the post game press conference, and he said, "Look, my thumb was feeling great. I just was not mentally in the game," and it looked like that. And so I take him at his word, and that's what it is. I don't think Mateer is as bad as he was today. I mean, we have a good sample size now, and he's a gunslinger. He's going to throw a pick here and there, but nothing like today. So I look for him to bounce back. But just the physical toughness on the offense and the mental toughness is just not there. And I don't get that under BV. Like, we don't have any wide receivers that can make a man miss, blow by a defender, go up and make a play for the ball. We don't have any our offensive linemen. They look all the part, but they get bullied. And then our running backs, you lay one finger on them, they go down at first touch. They can't make anybody miss. And that's a really frustrating part. We can talk about coaching changes, everything. Which at this point, I believe there's some coaches we need to change, but we can't do that till the end of the year. So right now it's like, okay, what do we do to bounce back to South Carolina? We're going to find out a lot about this team at South Carolina, and what do we do to see if we can only lose one or two more games the remainder of the year? And you just got to pull, Emmett Jones, Bill Bedenbaugh, and DeMarco in a room and say, get this crap fixed, or you're all gone. And that may not even save BV. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how do you save the rest of the season. It's just this offense is so disappointing with the physical and mental weakness that they have. Outside of Mateer, he's mentally, physically tough. Today he had a mentally off day, but I mean he's really the only spark plug in the offense that you can look at and say, dude, this guy's giving it 100%. And without Mateer, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not bashing Hawkins or anything, but if we had Hawkins in there today, he would have probably thrown 3 pick sixes against this defense and fumbled twice.
Yeah, I don't think Hawkins would have done anything any different.
No,
but
so I don't know what you do. I don't know. But these assistant coaches, man, they gotta get their crap together. Everybody's patience is wearing thin. I don't know. They just got to figure it out.
Yeah,
they got to figure it out starting Saturday. You need to go.
You have to
and win Saturday. You
Yep.
have to. You really
thanks,
need to.
corrections.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Jay, I do want to say this, and please don't take this the wrong way, Sooner Sturgeonholics. When we're talking about Arbuckle to Lincoln Riley, okay, I think there's some similarities in their mannerisms, how they speak, just kind of their MO, but he's not on Lincoln Riley's level right now. But Lincoln Riley also at OU, 13-10 against West Virginia, couldn't score against Kansas. He had some clunkers.
Yeah, but why are we even? I don't even care.
I'm talking about the comments, Jay. And,
Okay.
and I saw 918 going at corrections and saying, this is night and day difference than last night. Well, yeah, a lot of people have a night and day different opinion than last night.
A lot of people last night
fact,
said
a lot of people said if Mateer plays, OU wins. So what are we
doing?
supposed to do? He played and he sucked. Well,
Yeah,
so we
you're
have the
gonna-
same opinion?
Listen, and the thing is, I think that's the thing too, though, is like there is a lot of, I think, and this is typical. Anytime you watch football and you're a fan of a team, you're going to have a little bit of an overreaction one way or the other. When they win, you're going to overreact and think they're the best team ever. When they lose, you're going to think they're garbage and never going to win another game. I myself try to fall in. I try to fall in between that, but I
fall in between the two. Hey,
but Jeremy, the thing is this: you got to start seeing something different in these big time games, and that's what you got to start seeing. South Carolina, you can't wait till OU's 5-3 and then go beat Alabama on the road. Like you got to flip the script this Saturday. It needs to happen this Saturday. You got to look a lot different than you did today.
yeah, and hey, the RPO, here's the thing. You can't get away from that too much because your quarterback, that's what he runs. Unfortunately, that I would love to get away from the RPO. There was a couple, someone mentioned the Blaylock play. There was one where he pulled it out and was going to, he started scrambling around the edge, looked up, had a guy open, but he couldn't throw the ball because it was going to be ineligible man downfield. They got one of them called on us. And hey, the other thing I want to say, Danny, I'll take a bet right now because I guarantee you OU wins another game this year. I guarantee you BV and Arbuckle win another game. If you want to take that bet,
what are you going to bet?
I'll gladly bet you on that one. Danny said they won't win another game, Jay. And if he's really wanting to go with that, we'll figure something out on the bet. Yeah, that'd be something. I'll take that one.
Yeah. What was I going to get to? Won't win another game, Danny. There it is, Jeremy. There it is for you.
Okay. What's the bet? I'll make that bet right now. That's a horrible take. It's a horrible take. They lose one game and now they can't win another game.
It's overreaction. It's an overreaction.
It's an overreaction.
Now, if you want to sit here and say every game's losable, I would agree with you.
I would say every game's losable and every game's winnable. That's what I would say. Every game on the schedule, they could lose to any team on the schedule. They could win to any team on the schedule. That's what I'd say, Jay. I don't think I'm wrong on that.
Texas just had their back against the wall like Florida did the week before. And it does. Every week is different, too. It is. Looks like Georgia maybe got it going, and they're going to beat Auburn, I think.
13-10, I think.
Oh, is that all it is?
I thought it was. I don't know what the score
people
is
were
now.
putting in there, they're pounding them. So I thought they were destroying them. Maybe not.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the stats. I mean, they're up 13-10 with 2 minutes left. I wouldn't say that's pounding their defense. They got like 40 yards rushing on Auburn, but I don't know.
13-10 is the correct score.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what's up with Giovanni. He throws the trick play, he catches one other ball.
Are you a little surprised that he's back, but he's not really playing?
He got in there some, but yeah.
They started Keontez Lewis, which is fine, but the problem is Keontez Lewis runs like 2-yard routes in a slant, and that's it. There's not a whole lot of stuff for him.
Yeah. Now, I did not hear Lane Kiffin talk about the SEC kind of like the NFL schedule, but
I didn't hear it.
Crystal, I'm not dejected. I'm just tired. It's been long weekend, a long day, man. Three live shows, video this morning, celebration of life yesterday, 2 soccer games early this morning. It's been a long day. That's all it is. And am I dejected as an OU fan? Absolutely. Like, I mean, this is a game I want to win every year. So,
Greg says the O-line even capable of improving. It's capable.
Well, you can't get worse, but I would like to see EPL. I would like to see EPL over Fabechi.
I don't know how much better it can get, though, Jerm.
But I don't know how much worse it can get. Hey, Damon, thanks again, man. Just really so supportive of our channel, man.
He is. I don't know. Haven't heard anything on Jaden Gibson. Were you surprised when you looked up and saw Jermichael Carter in there?
It was in mop-up, dude. I'm surprised you don't see Zion Kearney any.
Well, this is what baffles me, Jeremy. This is why I'm saying it baffles. It's so confusing to me as a fan. In Game 6, to not know who's going to be out there. Like last week, the guy that made some plays, and you're like, maybe he's going to start getting in the rotation. That was Ivan Carry-On. Did he even step on the field today?
No.
But then a guy that hasn't played all year, Jermichael Carter, is on the field.
He's played a couple plays, but
that make any? Does that make to me?
I can't explain it, Jay.
Listen to me. Your receivers. You have Satania, Burks, Giovanni Gibson, and Keontez Lewis. That's 4 guys.
Yes.
The only way it should go more than that, any other player, is if you're at 5 wide. Why do they sometimes just bench Gibson or Keontez and bring in Jermichael Carter? Does that rotation make any sense?
Jay, there's a lot that don't make sense, okay? And Chad, no, Foji is not injured. They go with the Zido over Foji. That's who they're going with. Yeah, and Fanstop, I do agree. I do agree with what Fanstop said, Jay, that it is one game. It's easy to overreact. I try to stay somewhere in the middle on these things. But how they respond next week, I mean, if they go out there and win at South Carolina and the offense puts up 24 points, 27 points, I would have to say that's a good day. Jay, would you say it's a good day if they score 20 points next week?
I don't care about point totals on a win.
Win the game.
Win the game. That's what they need to do is they need to, you got to – the season is long. 12 games is long. You got to find a way to flip it this week because the truth of the matter is last week, a lot of people, and I'm not just talking about OU fans, I'm talking nationally, had written off Texas. Now there's people saying, oh, Texas, only one loss in the SEC. They may make the – it changes week to week. You cannot overreact. You cannot get too high. You cannot get too low. So, listen, this is a fan show. We're gonna have passionate fans that are going to be, especially after a loss today, they're going to be very, very ticked off and pissed off, and that's fine. I would think by Wednesday you're going to have a lot of fans saying, oh, man, this is going to be different. They're going to look way better. But, Jeremy, I'm not there. I'm in the middle. I'm like, I'm going to have to see it on Saturday before I can really make a judgment. I can't get out there. And I mean, to me, what I've watched through 6 games is this. The offense is not very – they can't seem to get out of their own way in some things. They either miss on wide open guys or they make a turnover. Yeah. I mean, I think you played the 3 best teams OU's average 18 points a game, right? Michigan, Auburn, and Texas, they averaged 18 points.
Yeah, and that's really about what a lot of teams are averaging, Jay.
Nah, that's not good enough. That's not good enough.
Well, LSU's 20-10 against South Carolina.
I don't think 18
points. It's 20-10 Auburn and Georgia.
That's fine. I think
you need a lot of 30-point games, Jay.
That's fine, Jer. I'm not saying 30 points. I think you need to average more like 24 in the SEC.
Well, that's what I've said. 24 points should win you every game.
And they're at 18. They're a touchdown less.
Yeah. 24 points where they need to be every game. The team that's scoring the most points is Tennessee. And Jay, all week I tried to tell people that Texas defense is really good. I saw someone commented, OU's offense couldn't do this against an okay defense. Texas defense is really good. Like, I don't know why. I tried to warn people that thought that Texas defense was a joke is ridiculous. Texas got defense. Okay. Their offense is what hasn't done well. So,
yeah. And, I was leery of this game. I said it earlier this week. I was very leery. I picked
he disagrees with me. He thinks Texas is just okay on defense.
I thought Mateer would be better today. That's what it was. I thought that he would be better.
I haven't heard about the injury for Simmons, how bad it is, Jay. He was limping to the locker room. Danny, hey, guys, great news. Danny said OU would not even score against Bama last year, and OU dog walked him. So I'm glad. Keep it coming. It's good vibes for me, Danny. Keep it coming.
Damon, it's a weird the rotation. All of it's very odd.
Inexplicable.
I don't understand it. It's really unexplained. You can't explain it. I don't know. Don't know.
Simmons done for the year. Someone said. I've not heard that.
That was Danny. Do you believe that or not?
Definitely not.
How many offensive players make it in the NFL? Oh, I don't know if they have one right now. Fasusi, maybe he's too young, but Mateer.
Hey, Brandon, do you honestly think that Missouri is the only winnable game? That's a bad take. They could win at South Carolina. It's winnable. They're all winnable. They're all losable. They're all winnable. They're all losable. It's not difficult.
There's a lot of winnable games. There's a lot of losable games, man.
Yeah. Hey, Damon Dustin, just want to say a lot of thanks for the supers. It's been a long day. Still a good day though, because we're here chatting up football. Try not to bring other teams into this, Jay, but it's been a fun night, guys. Thanks for being here with us all day today with pregame lives, postgame lives, and you need some playmakers, because outside of Mateer in this year, you just don't feel like they got guys who can just take one to the house, Jay.
Jerm, that was the thing I was telling you during the game. I was texting. I said, when are they going to make an explosive play offensively?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking a 20-yard play across the middle. I'm talking like a touchdown. What's the longest touchdown? Is your Temple run from Mateer?
Probably.
So in the passing game, what is it?
They have a couple of long 35, 38 yarders to Satania and Canick.
Touchdowns? Touchdowns?
No,
I'm talking touchdown passes.
Yeah, there hasn't been many.
Hawkins probably last week.
Yeah, for sure.
They haven't had many. That's the thing.
All right, guys. Hey, it's been a fun day. Not the outcome any Sooner fans wanted, but kudos to Texas. They they played better than OU. They forced their hand and they get the win. They make better plays, made bigger plays. So kudos to them. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow night on our normal Sunday Night Live.